morning, children. Sai Ram. I hope you all are fine at home. Children, today we are going to start the third chapter, part 2, recording of transaction first. In this, we will start accounting equation. So, children, do you know the meaning of equation? What do you mean by equation? You have already done in 10th standard maths, already solved equations. Equation means when both sides are equal. Okay. Now in accountancy we will do accounting equation. Okay. So accounting equation is a mathematical expression which shows asset is equal to liabilities. It is based on dual aspect concept. So I already told you about all the concept. So one of the concept is dual aspect, double entry. Okay. Now asset is equal to liability plus capital. For example, purchased furniture for cash. Purchase furniture for cash. So here, if we are purchasing the furniture for cash, then our both side will be equal. Like if your asset having balance 50,000 and capital is also having the balance 50,000. Okay. And if you are purchasing furniture for 10,000 in cash, then cash is asset. Cash is an asset. It means you have to subtract from the asset 10,000. Okay. So now you have a asset of 40,000 and but the liability of rupees 50,000. Okay. But here you have purchased the furniture. So cash is decreasing, it is done. Now furniture is coming, furniture is increasing. So out of the 10,000, so 10,000 of furniture you have to add in the asset. Furniture is also asset. So this 10,000 you have to add in the asset. It means now our asset side will be 50,000 and it is equal to the capital. Okay, children. So accounting equation means when asset is equal to liability plus capital. Okay. So effect of transaction on accounting equation. Effect of transaction on accounting equation. The first is commenced business with cash for rupees 50,000. Commenced business means started business with cash rupees 50,000. Okay. So what is the effect on accounting equation? An accounting equation, this is the accounting equation. Now based on this equation you have to give the answer. Commenced business with cash. If we are started business with cash, our asset side will be increases. So increase in cash. As well as when the cash comes into the business, it will convert it into capital. Okay. So increase in capital. Our capital side is also increasing. Increase in cash and increase in capital. Okay. Next is purchased furniture for rupees 5,000. Purchased furniture for rupees 5,000. Here it is not written in cash or credit, so you have to take cash. Purchase furniture for rupees 5,000. What you have to do? Furniture is coming, so increase in furniture. Okay. And what is going? What is going? Cash. Yes. So decrease in cash. So what is the accounting equation effect? Increase in furniture, decrease in cash. Okay. Now next, purchase goods on credit for rupees 4,000. Purchase goods. Goods means in which business can deal. Okay. So goods on credit for rupees 4,000. What you have to do? Purchase goods, it means goods are coming, goods is increasing, so increasing stock, but it is purchased on credit, and credit means liability, so increasing liability, your liability is also increasing because you have to pay, you have not paid, you have to pay, it means liability is increases. So this is the effect of transaction on accounting equation. Now children, we have to see how we have to do these transaction in accounting equation. Okay, this is the general form, but we have to do in proper numerical form. So how we have to do in notebook, this we have to see. Okay, yes, this is the question. Prepare accounting equation from the following transactions and also prepare a balance sheet. Balance sheet also you have to prepare. The first transaction is commenced business with cash rupees 90,000. Second is purchase goods for cash rupees 30,000 and on credit rupees 5,000. Next is loss of cash by theft rupees 1,000. Next is sold goods for rupees 7,000 in cash and 10,000 on credit. Interest due but not paid rupees 1,000. Next, purchase furniture on credit rupees 2,000. Seventh is goods withdrawn for personal use rupees 2,000. So these are the 7 transactions. How you have to do, children? First of all, you have to see the format of this accounting equation. See, first of all, you have to make one column, that is particular. After that, this asset. In assets, you have to write the subheads as name of the assets which is given in the transaction. So in the transaction, commence business with cash, it means cash is given. Purchase goods, it means stock is given. Purchase furniture, furniture is given. And sold furniture, sold goods on credit, it means debtor we have to make. Okay. So children, one more thing, there is two term, debtor and creditor. These are the two terms. Debtor we have to make on asset side, creditor we have to make on liability side. Okay, and how we have to find which column we have to make. So children, when we are selling the goods, selling anything, selling the furniture, selling fixed asset or anything we are selling, on credit. Remember this thing also, on credit. If we are sold on credit, then you have to make debtor column asset side. Okay, and if you are purchasing anything, goods, furniture, fixed asset, anything on credit, then you have to make creditor column liability side. Okay children, don't be confused in this. When we have to sold goods on credit, we have to make debtor column in asset side, and when we are purchasing anything on credit, then we have to make creditor column in liability side. So children, in asset side you have to make cash, stock, furniture, debtor, and is equal to, see, you have to make liability plus capital. This is the accounting equation. In liability you have to make two column, creditor plus outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses is also there. Okay, I will tell you in transaction. So you have to make these two column plus capital. See, in the question you have to see, first of all you have to see how many column you have to prepare. See, this is the question. The first is commence business with cash. So here cash and the role is cash and capital. So these column to you have to prepare. Next is purchase goods for cash. Goods means stock. Okay. So stock column you have to make. Now stock is an asset. So asset side you have to make. Okay. For cash, on credit, so purchase goods for cash, so cash column already done. Now on credit, it means creditor column you have to make. For this you have to make creditor column. Okay. Now next is loss of cash by theft, rupees 1000. This is expense. Cash, loss of cash by theft, so this is an expense. Okay. So for expenses, no, do not make any column. Now next is sold goods for 7000 in cash, so cash and goods column already done. Now rupees 10,000 on credit. Now children, here sold on credit, it means for this you have to make debtor column, and purchased on credit you have to make creditor column. Okay. Note down these things, these two things you have to note down in your rough notebook. Note down any backside of the paper. Note down this thing. Do not forget, do not confuse. Okay. Next is interest due but not paid. It means interest due, it means outstanding, not paid. So this is outstanding expense. Paid, it means you have to pay, it means this is expense. So interest due not paid, it means this is outstanding. So this outstanding expenses column you have to make. Now outstanding expenses means, children, I already classify asset, liability, expense, income in previous part, same chapter, previous part. Okay. We have done one question also, so do it carefully, do revise this topic. Outstanding expenses is a liability. Okay. Next is purchase furniture on credit. Again purchased on credit, so creditor column already done, no need to make two times, only one time you have to make. Next is goods withdrawn for personal use. So withdrawn for personal use, it means drawing. So drawing is expense, no need to make any column. So only these column you have to prepare, make in this way. Okay. See, this is your accounting equation. Okay. Now we will start the first transaction. In particular side you have to write down the first transaction. Started business. If you have space, children, I do not have any sufficient space. If you have space, you can write down the whole transaction. Started business with cash. Okay. So if there is no enough space, you can write down started business. Okay. Now with the cash we have started the business 90,000. So the effect is 90,000 you have to add in the cash and 90,000 you have to add in the capital. Okay. 90,000 in the cash, 90,000 in the capital. Next is purchase goods. Purchase goods for rupees 30,000 for cash and 5,000 on credit. Now children, here you have to see, you have purchased goods for 30,000 and 5,000. It means total goods, total stock is increasing 35,000. So this 35,000 you have to, this 35,000 you have to add in stock. Okay, 35,000 goods we are purchasing. Now 30 out of the 35,000, 30,000 for cash, it means we are paying the cash 30,000. So 30,000 subtract, and 5,000 on credit, it means creditor side, liability side you have to show 5,000 in creditor column. Okay. So this is the effect. After the first two transaction, make one line for the total and make the new equation. Okay. Now Out of the cash 90,000 minus 30,000, it will become 60,000. Stock 35,000 and furniture and debtor 0. Other side you have to write down 0. Next is creditor 5,000. Outstanding expenses no, so put the 0 and capital 90,000. Now after new equation you can check the total. Here liability side 90,000 plus 5,000 95,000. Now asset side also you have to put the same total. So 60,000 and 35,000 95,000. So first two transaction completed. Now come to the third. Third is loss of cash. Loss of cash by theft. It means you have an expense. You have a loss. So loss means expense. Now how much amount of cash by theft? 1,000. So this 1,000 stock is decreasing. Sorry, this 1,000 cash is decreasing. As well as if there is any loss expense, you have to subtract with the capital. Okay, if there is any profit or income, then you have to add in the capital. Okay, so here is loss of cash by theft. 1,000 you have to subtract. Now after this equation again you have to find out new equation. So new equation, now cash 60,000 minus 1,000 59,000. Stock amount is same 35. Furniture and debtor 0. Creditor side is also 5,000. Outstanding expenses 0 and capital is also decreasing by 1,000, so 89,000. Okay. Now after new equation, the fourth transaction is sold goods. Sold goods for rupees 10,000, sorry 7,000 in cash and 10,000 on credit. So total goods sold 7,000 cash and 10,000 on credit. So total goods sold 17,000. It means this 17,000 stock is decreasing. So this 17,000 you have to subtract with the stock. Okay. Now how much amount we are receiving in cash? 7,000. Okay. And on credit 10,000. So this is sold goods on credit. It means we have to make the debtor column and 10,000 amount you have to write down in the debtor column. There is no effect on liability side. Okay. So do the total as it is. New equation you have to make 59,000 plus 7,000 66,000. 35,000 minus 17,000 in stock column. 18,000 is remaining stock. Furniture is 0. Debtor is increased by 10,000 and liability side creditor is same and capital is same. After every transaction you have to make the new equation and do the total, check the total. Both sides are equal or not. Okay. Next is interest due not paid. It means outstanding expense. And outstanding expense column you have to make liability side. Okay. Interest due not paid. So here amount is not paid. So no need to do in cash column. So asset side is remain same. Do not do anything on asset side. In asset side you have to put 0. Now liability side outstanding expense column you have made, you have to write down 1,000 because it is due, but after a year or after a month you have to pay that amount. So from the capital you have to decrease. Okay. Remember this outstanding expenses transaction. What you have to do? You have to write down in the outstanding expense column plus and subtract with the capital. Okay, no effect on asset side, only effect you have to show in liability and capital. Now after this again you have to find out the new equation, and new equation again you have to check total of both sides. Next is purchase furniture on credit. Now here furniture purchased on credit, so furniture is increasing because furniture purchase, and on credit means creditor is increased. So 2000 add in furniture and 2000 add in creditor side. Okay, now when you are doing the total and when you are making the new equation, creditor amount is 7000. Okay, next transaction is goods withdrawn for personal use. Goods withdrawn for personal use 2000. Now here goods withdrawn, it means goods is decreased by 2000. So in stock column subtract by 2000. Now this is an expense, so from the capital also you have to subtract 2000. After this again you have to find out the new equation. Okay, so after new equation you have to check the total. See, both sides are equal, 94,000. This is the accounting equation format, how you have to do the accounting equation. Okay, children, if vertically it will not come in your notebook, you have to use 2 pages. Okay, for that question, for this question of accounting equation, if one page is not sufficient, then you have to do this question in 2 pages, one page for asset and other page for liability plus capital. Okay, in this way you can solve your accountancy NCERT book questions. Now children, in this question you have to make balance sheet also. So see, this is the format of balance sheet. This is the format of balance sheet. First side belongs to liability, second side belongs to asset. Okay, now how you have to make it is very simple. You have done the accounting equation, so upside here asset column you have done. In asset column you have made, in asset column you have made cash, stock, furniture, debtor. So these 4 columns you have to write down in the asset side. Okay, and the amount which will come at the end, this amount you have to write down in the asset side. Okay, and liability side, the topic are creditor, outstanding expenses and capital, and the amount which will come at the end, this amount you have to write down liability side. But remember this thing, in balance sheet the first side belongs to liability and second side belongs to asset. Okay, so here the headings you have to write down from the accounting equation, and this amount which will come at the end, that you have to write down. Okay, and in this both sides are equal. Balance sheet is also both sides are equal. Okay children, this is the accounting equation. Now question number 2. Mukesh started business on 1st April 2018 with a capital of rupees 40,000. He introduced fresh capital of rupees 10,000 and withdrew for rupees 5,000 for his personal use. He made a profit of rupees 4,000 for the year ending 31st March 2019. Calculate the capital of Mukesh as on 31st March 2019. Now children, here in this question, 1st April 2018, he has started the business for rupees 40,000. So this is opening capital. He introduced fresh capital of rupees 10,000. So this is additional capital. Withdrew for rupees 5,000 for his personal use. This is drawing. He made a profit of rupees 4,000 for the year. So this is the profit of the year. Now you have to find out the capital as on 31st March 2019. It means closing capital. So here is the formula of closing capital. Children, note down this and write down and learn it. Closing capital is equal to opening capital plus additional capital minus drawing plus profit. If there is loss, then you have to subtract. Okay, so all the values are given: opening capital, additional capital, drawing and profit. Put the values, do plus and minus and find out the closing capital. Okay, in this way you have to solve this question. Now question number 3. Nishant started business on 1st January 2018 with a capital of rupees 70,000. So this is opening capital. And a loan of rupees 25,000. Loan is also given, so this is a liability. He introduced fresh capital of rupees 12,000. This is additional capital. Withdrew 6,000 for personal use, drawing. Loss of rupees 4,000 is given. Find out the capital, closing capital and total asset of the 31st March 2018. So children, first you have to find out closing capital. So closing capital formula I already told. Opening capital plus additional capital minus drawing, and here loss is given, so subtract the loss. Okay. So closing capital amount is 72,000. Now you have to find out the total assets also. Now what is the formula? What is the accounting equation? Asset is equal to liability plus capital. Total asset is equal to total liability plus capital. Now total asset we have to find out, and liability, here loan amount is given 25,000. This is the loan amount. Okay. This is the loan amount and loan is a liability. So this you have to write down in the liability 25,000 and capital you already find out 75,000. Remember this thing, you have to take only closing capital because you are finding the closing asset. Okay, so you have to take closing capital. So total asset is 97,000. Now this is the total asset value 97,000. So children, I hope you all have understood the accounting equation, how you have to find out balance sheet, and these questions in which you have to find out closing capital. Okay. Children, after end of the chapter, I am giving you PDF. Write down all the PDF notes of chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. Both have 2 parts. You have to note down in your fair notebook. Write down carefully. Try to learn. Okay, and understood. And this chapter number 3, this part also you have to note down. And one more thing, this part is based on accounting equation, so do NCERT question based on accounting equation topic. Okay, in next video we will do the last part of this chapter, that is journal, in which we are making journal entry, ledger and trial balance. Okay children, thank you and bye.